Yeah. Siege. Riley. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
Pre-workout meal. This is Heidi's, this is mine. Nabil didn't want any. Good morning.
The collar on the black one or this one?
You know what, I think I'm gonna do this one. Let's do this one. Let's just keep it clean, so it's a very clean sort of distress, you know?
Okay, and then you want, but you like the kind of tighter arms, shorter sleeve, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of the black one, okay.
Correct. Smells bad, bro. Taste a sip of this one.
But it's strong. Strong, right?
What? Individually, it tastes great. When you mix salt, it's a little sour. All right, guys, we're here at World Gym. We're about to hit a full upper body workout. Now, I'm working out with Nabil today. We've never worked out together before, ever. And so it's our first one. And instead of just going through the motions and doing raw or maybe a commentary or giving random tips, I'm gonna actually evaluate Nabil's movement. So every movement we're gonna do, I'm gonna watch him do a set. Now, if there's nothing to critique, then I'm gonna tell you guys this is literally like freaking perfect. If there's anything that I see on these movements that he could maybe adjust slightly to get a little bit more out of the movement, make it a little bit more optimal, I'm feeling the energy kick in, oh my God. If there's anything, then I'm gonna point it out and just give you guys those tips and cover that. So we're gonna watch Nabil kind of do a few reps and then I'll come in and see if there's anything that could use a little bit of enhancing. Okay, here we go. Overall, Nabil's set was really good. There's only two things that I would try to adjust, start to work on to get a little more out of the movement. Okay, so number one is gonna be the grip placement. Now, if you guys saw in the last set, you were kind of doing this, right? So you had it up here, and this is a very common thing you see. People kind of go like this, right here, and when you come down like this, it works. But what I like to do, if you notice my knuckles, right? I want my knuckles to point more straight towards the ceiling. So instead of gripping the bar kind of like this, I'm gonna try to grip like this. So my knuckles are going towards the ceiling. You have a little bit tighter of a grip, a little bit more firm, a little bit more secure with your wrists, right? Number two, the legs are about right here throughout the whole movement, which is okay, but in order to produce more power, more leg drive, I would bring your legs back a little bit so you can create that arch right here, and you're in a more powerful position here as opposed to here. So leg drive, focus on going up here, and those are my two tips. Here's our first set. You want to pretend like you're trying to bend the bar when you go down. You're trying to bend the bar, bend the bar, bend the bar, split up. Exercise number two, lat pull down. All right guys, second movement, lat pull down. There's only like one or two things I noticed in here that could be implemented to become a little bit better of a movement, in my opinion. Now, you saw the Nabil grabbing about right here. He's grabbing like this, right? About this wide and using this grip. What I would do, what I've found with this movement, I like to go, if this is shoulder width, I like to go very outside of shoulder width, and I feel like I get more motion as opposed to going wider, if that makes sense. You guys have to try it and see if you can feel what I feel, right? So here's shoulder width. We're gonna go a little bit wider. Now next thing, if you see my hand, instead of like this, I want to try to put the thumb over. So we're literally emulating, it's like a hook. You're hooking on, and this is gonna be your motion, okay? So we're gonna come down, right here. Now here's another thing. Now you did a really good job of this, Nabil. I'm just gonna reiterate for you two. So you wanna keep the scapula retracted. So you're gonna go shrug up and back right there. That's your position you wanna stay in. So we're gonna come down by driving the elbows down. And we're gonna come up. We're gonna keep the scapula retracted. So I'm not letting it go all the way here. Keeping it tight. Squeeze all the way till right before I disengage. That. Like that. Those are my tips for this movement. Okay, third movement, seated cable row. And Bill's form is very, very good on these. If anything, one thing I would try to see if you like would be this. So this is how the form is done. Which is awesome. But what I want to try is to actually get more of a stretch on the way down, right here, by almost leaning in. And notice my head isn't staying upright, it's staying neutral to my spine. So you don't want to keep your neck super upright, even if you're like leaning forward. You need it to go, kind of go with your spine. Okay, so we're gonna stay neutral, nice and tight. We come, stretch, the pull, squeeze. So you're kind of falling into it, if that makes sense. Fall into it. One more thing, I want you guys to focus. Try pulling a little bit lower. So instead of pulling up here, try to think to keep your elbows tight and pull lower. Like this. You're gonna feel way more in your lats. Next movement, lateral raise. Now what Nabil's kind of doing, he's kind of coming like this angle and keeping the arms really bent. And it's like your thumbs are kind of facing up a little bit. So you're kind of like this, right? What I want to do here, I'm gonna bring the arms to the sides. Not instead of like at this plane, we're gonna go right to the side. And I want you to try to keep your arm a little bit straighter. So we don't want too much of a bend. We want to keep the arms almost completely straight. And I want you to focus right here. Ready? By the side. We're gonna come straight up, just like that. And instead of, you wanna act like, you wanna put your thumb facing, almost like you hear this analogy all the time, like you're gonna pour water buckets, right? You're gonna pour water buckets like this. That's how you pour water. We're gonna pretend like we're kind of pouring water, not over exaggerate, but a very slight tilt inwards, like this. Pouring water. Arms straight. One thing about these guys, there's a ton of ways to do them. Sometimes you'll see me actually going a lot heavier and utilizing a little bit more of a sway, a little bit more bend, but there's different ways to do everything. Today, we're doing very strict form. Arms by the side, lighter weight. Really focused on feeling the lateral, the entire delt, but mainly the lateral portion, really engaging. Doing a drop set. Oh, shit. Next movement, we're doing a straight barbell curl. Now we're actually doing a superset, so we're going heavy, straight bar for like 6 to 8 reps, then dropping the weight and doing about 15 to 20 with the lighter weight, okay? So the only things I saw Nabil doing here that I would change, number one, just like on the incline bench press, when I told you guys the wrist straight keeps it stronger, I was noticing this a little bit. So as you're coming up, you're kind of like, your wrists are bending like this. Okay, so you want to be sure your wrist stays straight. You keep a lot of strength there, keep it tight the entire time. Don't let your wrist fall down. Okay, number two is going to be sure you're getting a full range of motion on bicep. Now, your bicep is fully extended, so that's a full range of motion from contraction to a full extension. Full extension is when your tricep is flexed. So you're having a slight bend here on your way down, you're still a little bit bent, so just try to be sure you get all the way down and flex your tricep. When you flex your tricep, that's your cue. Okay, now I can start the next rep. Okay, so we're gonna go heavy real quick. Tricep. Immediately drop down to lighter weight. Right here. Pec deck. The only thing I would change on the Bill set here would be arm placement was fine. His arms were pretty straight the entire motion. It's okay to have a little bit of a bend as you're coming down to get the stretch. The only thing I would change, if you notice, his feet were kind of relaxed right here. Just like on the incline bench, leg drive. So trying to pull this back a little bit, just overall getting yourself in a stronger position is gonna help you overall lift a little bit more. So leg drive, create the arch in your lower back, exaggerate it, arms straight, feel that stretch. I'm gonna bump the weight up, but you can imagine that this position compared to really bringing that back, popping the chest out, it's just a stronger overall position to be in, like this. Okay, bump the weight up. And the heavier you go with proper form, the better. Final movement of the day, we have a tricep push down. Nabil killed it. There's literally nothing I'm gonna critique. I'm just gonna go over the points that you should be thinking about. Number one, feet a little bit closer to shoulder width, or shoulder width, whatever's more comfortable. Number two, you wanna poke your butt out a little bit. Now, you wanna bring your chest up. So chest up, butt out, arms tight by the side, and you're not bringing your arms like this, so we're gonna stay locked in. You should be locking out and twisting out slightly as you go down. Squeezing for 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, up. Now when you go up, you want to let the rope actually pull you up so you feel the stretch. See my triceps are, the cable's pulling on my triceps right now. I feel that tension. So here we go. Feet, butt out, chest up, arms locked in, head neutral. You're not looking up, you're not looking to the side, you're looking neutral here. All the way up, feel the stretch. I even like to pause on the way up. Pause. That's the workout. See you next clip. All right, what's going on, guys? Check it out, okay? We've been here for like, what, 4 days? I think today's day 5, and I don't get burned, I just get really, really, really dark. So we're here for 6 more days, and this morning, my mom went and she went shopping, walked around, and she found me this long sleeve shirt, and she told me to wear it because she doesn't want me to get too dark, and I don't want to get too dark. So I'm wearing this long sleeve shirt from Funky Monkey, the Funky Monkey shirt to keep myself cool. I've got a hat on that Ghost sent me to keep my face cool, and I've got my flamingo swim trunks because These are, I think this animal represents me very well, right? With the legs right here, kind of look like the flamingo. And I've got my shoes on because I don't have any sandals. So we're about to go do some really cool stuff. How do I look, bro? Do I look good?
You look good, dude.
I look good, man. So we're about to go do some cool stuff. I'll just show, I'm not gonna tell you, we're just gonna show you. Okay, so let's go, right.
I used to think that people die because they wicked. Nowadays people wanna see you dead because you gifted. Been ready for my tomb since I came up out the womb. So no matter what, I'm coming back and paying you a visit. Saw it coming, I predicted, but y'all wouldn't listen. No, you can't protect your riches if you never burn bridges. Flip pages, went places, made changes, still dangerous. Now I'm back, altercation, hold still. I make it painless how it feel, baby. When you say you love me, is it real, baby? Full speed, both hands on the wheel, baby. Young Taz coming from the Mobile, baby. You know the drill, baby. Yeah. And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Yeah. Siege. Riley. Taz. Yeah.
All right, guys, hopefully you enjoy the edit. Today has been absolutely incredible. And one thing I failed to mention is that today is actually my parents' 31st anniversary. So they've been married for 31 years, and they actually dated for about 10 years before that. So 41 years together, and today we're celebrating. That's one of the things, it's just really cool to be here through that time. And tonight we're gonna go celebrate. We're going to a restaurant called Yara, which is a new restaurant here on the island. And we actually went on the boat with the head chef of the restaurant a few days ago. And so he's gonna hook it up. He's gonna do like a really special custom dessert for my parents, and they have no idea. So it's gonna be a really good night. It's Dylan, right? Yeah. What's up, dude? Beautiful dinner.
Beautiful dinner.
Oh yeah, man. The best.
This is our signature appetizer, the miso baked oysters. We take a little bit of wilted kale underneath the oyster, miso mayonnaise on top, bake it till it's golden brown, and then alternating cucumber and radish mignonettes. Enjoy.
And that is why he's the executive chef.
Well, that's good.
Like it?
Thank you, man. Thank you so much,
Thank
bro.
you so much.
This is our
I have to give you a kiss.
Mwah. You are most welcome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you
This is
so much,
our
man.
dulce de leche lava cake. Very like vanilla, so we put a little vanilla ice cream on top. And then there's some churro donuts.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Enjoy, guys.
All right, wow, that's good. Oh my God.
You're most welcome. Thank you guys for sharing your anniversary with us. It was our pleasure. Our pleasure. Thank you guys for coming. You guys enjoy the rest of your trip.
Tomorrow too?
Yeah, we leave tomorrow. Heading up to Canada.
Okay.
And then we're back on Monday.
All right, guys, we finished an amazing dinner here at Yara. It's a new restaurant that opened up here on 7 Mile Beach, and it was incredible. Thank you, Dylan, the main chef, for hooking us up. Brought us all these great things to try, and I'm gonna go and wrap up the video right now. So thank you all so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up. We'll see you all in the next one.